Hello. Let me straighten this out just a little bit here. Okay. Let's see. What I'm doing right now is I'm making a junk journal. And the junk journal has, I put beads on it right here. And what I'm doing is taking dental floss and tying the end of it. See, like this. Tie the end of this. Got this going here. It's not doing it. Let's see. You gotta make a big knot. If you don't make a big knot, it'll go through the hole. Because the dental floss is so thin, it needs to be thin for what beads I'm putting on the book. And I know you just hate watching this just over and over tie. Okay. These are my beads. And what I'm doing right now, wait a minute. Let's see. I'm going to put it through the book right here. This is all going to be hidden. And I'm going to grab the beads that I need. Just, you know, you can use any kind of bead you want. Myself, I'm just using the beads that are just go with the dental floss that fit. I'm putting 4 on each one of them. Like this. And then you take it and you put it in here. In the hole. There's another hole. I didn't show you that part because I already started on the book, so I'm sorry. And I just drag it through there. And it turns out like that. Turn it over. And there's another hole here at the end. And it comes through like that. Well, it did. It comes through like that. And I dropped a bead. And I'm going to do 4 more on this one. Just 2. 3. And 4. And what I do is I double tie this at the end like that. Okay, so now that I got my 4 beads on there, I'm going back through the middle hole. Turn it over. And I'm going through where I knotted right here. And I'm going back through this hole again, the middle one. Just to make it a little bit more sturdier. And back through here. The other one side and right here. Back through the middle. So I double tied it. And now I have to thread it again because it came off. Again. And when you go to the middle, you're going to tie it off. You tie it off like this. See if you can see it. Just go underneath the string. See if we can get underneath that string. Pull it through. Do it again. And then loop it. Put it through the loop, the hole. Tighten it. And one more time. Like that. And cut that off. And it looks like this. See, the beads can go anywhere, you know. And I am using dental floss. I use that on my books, my journal books, my leather books, and whatnot. So I'm going to do one more. String it. That. And I'm going to tie it. I want to show you how to put the binding in for the pages. That's what I want to do. I want to show you that part for this book. And it measures, I believe it was, let's see, yeah, 4 inches by 5.5. Now, I'm going to take it and put it through the last hole. Remember, this isn't going to be seen, all that. You can cut all that extra stuff off. Now, I'm going to bead it. I could use different kinds of beads if I wanted, but these seem to fit better. There's 2. Now I put 4 in each one. Sets. Okay, and one more. There's 4 of them. And you go through the middle hole. Bring it through. If it gets stuck, just fix it, bring it through. Turn it over. Take it through the last hole. Bring it through. And then I'm going to put 4 more beads on it. There's 1. I have so many beads. Even on Let Go, I have beads up there. I don't know if you heard of Let Go. But anyway. Last bead. I'm new at this, so give me a little break, please. Here's, put it through the middle. I guess you gotta learn as you go, huh? And then put it through the last where you put the knot. And then back through the middle on top. Make sure it don't get stuck all the time, huh? And then turn it over and put it through there again. Through the last hole. On top, you're going to put it through to tie it off. Put it through the middle. Turn it over. And remember to tie it off in the middle. Just like that. Just tie it off in the middle. Just like that. One more will do. Okay. Now, cut it. Cut a little bit off. There you go. Okay, now that I'm done with the beads, it's my drawer there, see that? Okay, see, the beads can go anywhere on there, it doesn't matter, you know, it's just decoration. And in the middle part, you're gonna take off the excess. And what you want to do is, for the binding, you want to use cardstock. Hard cardstock, you use black cardstock. In this case, I want to use the black cardstock. Okay, so it's going to be, what did I say? It was 4. Now, we're doing the middle part. So, no, it's 4 inches this way. But you need the length. It's, I'm sorry, it's 5.5. Yeah, 5.5 by 2 inches. So, we'll make that 3 inches. Let me come over here and cut it. You can't see me, but I'm cutting it. By 5 inches, I said, or 5.5. That was 5.5. By 3. And see, it's marked like that. You got room to score it right here. These two right here. My score pad. Which I don't know if you can see, but here we go. I'm going to score 1 inch. And turn it over. Score 1 inch. Let's see if that fits. Bend it. Score it. Where's my bone folder? Here it is, my bone folder. Then this one. Okay, and that goes right there in the middle. Let's see if it closes. And it does. Okay, and what you're going to do is, since this is 3 inches right here, this right here, since it's 3 inches, and I scored it on each side 1 inch, I need 2 inches now for the other part of the, let's see what the 2 inch mark is. Okay, and it makes it a little smaller. I'm going to have to get more room. Okay, here we go. Scoring it. Remember, it's 1 inch on each side. I do 1 inch on each side so it'll hold the pages better. I scored it. Now I'm gonna take my bone folder to it to bend it. I'm really quick at it, so I'm sorry. And see, now it fits in the middle of this one. And what I want to do is glue this down here. And I use, of course, tacky glue. And tacky glue is the best. I don't care about the other stuff like the, well, hot glue gun's good too. But the stuff that I used before was too sticky. And it didn't stick because it was too sticky. I know it don't make sense, but it was too sticky. But here we go. I'm gluing it. And I'm going to put it right down there where it belongs. Hold it. This one right here doesn't take much glue. Be very generous with it. And I'm going to stand up for this one. And that one goes in the middle. So I got that like that. It's supposed to glue down. And I made these right here for the book. You can see them. I took texture paste for it. And you just get one, you know, something like this, you know, or you can use just about anything that has like a design on it for the texture paste. And I want to really make sure this is glued down, because if it's not going to hold my pages. Let me try use my bone folder. Remember, I made this paper right here. I didn't tell you. It's I'll show you how to make the paper in my next video. But yeah. So I just did that. The paper is really rough, so I gotta use my bone folder for this one. Let's see if it's glued down right. Please be glued down right. Please, please. Okay, this goes up. Okay, and if there's glue on the sides, just wipe it off with your fingers. Or you can take your bone folder and score it off. This one right here, it's not going to be shown anyway, so I mean, you can cover it up with anything. It's a junk journal, and you want it to look old and ripped and you know, just like that. Let me just air it out a little bit here. Okay, now, what I usually do is I wait for this to dry, and I want to make the pages, which I want to show you, but I can't because I got all this in the way. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, now, so far, now I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut this right here, like that. This makes the pages fit better, and when you slide something through the pages, like the tags, cards, or whatever you're using to put in the pages, it won't catch on. So do that. And last one, that one. And it'll look like this. Okay. Okay, now the pages I'm making out of this cardstock. So measurements on that are almost 4 inches by 5.5. Almost 4 inches by 5.5. Let me do this. Let me do it over here. And the paper I'm using, I got it from Walmart. It's cardstock carton. Okay. And I usually cut this top part off right here. Let that go. So it was almost 4. Almost 4 by, what was it? I'm sorry. 5.5. Almost 4 by 5.5. So if it's that, if it's like that, let me see if I can do it this way. I make my pages homemade, so what I did, yeah, perfect. See that? Perfect. That's the page. So the length of this is, if you're going to fold it, it's going to be 11 inches by 4. So let me do another one. And right here it is. And I'm just going to fold it in half. Crease it. And here comes the part to where I'm just going to show you a little bit of the page, putting the pages on. I'm going to glue it. The glue will come out. I got to keep looking up to see if I'm doing it right. And glue that part down. Glue seeps out, that's no problem. Just, I mean, just use less glue. I use a lot of glue. And you got to let it dry. Okay, now the second one. You see that? Right there, like that. Oh, the glue. This table has been through so much. Okay, I got glue all over my fingers now. Well, because I'm working on a book. Okay, so make sure it's glued down really good. You can also tape it. I mean, it's a junk journal. You can always tape it. I don't see why not. And I'm going to, it's like an envelope, you know. It's just so you can go, it's like, you know, you need that. You need that. Okay, and see if it fits. Pray it fits. It fits. Now I'm going to glue it. You don't need much glue to glue the pages on. Like that. And you're just going to go through like this. And line it up. It's going to be glued down. I hope you guys are having a good day today. Okay, and see, it fits. Now, if it does overlap on the side of the book, you can always trim it. But you want to trim it before you put the next page in. If you don't, then you're going to have a problem. The pages are going to get in the way, and you're going to be like, I messed my book up. Okay, and let me do the second one. Don't need much glue on it. And you're just going to stick it in there like that. Line it up. I want to make sure it's lined up. That don't look lined up too good. Let's see.